it can be so overwhelming to be bogged down by all of the expectations that we have in our world, right? We wear all these multiple hats. We have all these notifications on our phone. And then before we know it, we're fatigued, we're stressed, we're irritable, we're all of these things. And the truth is, our experiences have an impact on our nervous system. The trouble is, most of us seek external solutions to fix what's happening inside of us. So we notice we have a headache and we're ready to take medicine. We notice we're not sleeping well and we want to take medicine. But the truth is, our body is a self-healing organism. And so what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about how you can regulate your nervous system. Our nervous system has two different parts. We have the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. And when we're triggered or we're activated or we're stressed, our body becomes dysregulated and our sympathetic nervous system becomes overly dominant. This is when we essentially go into the fight or flight response and we're unable to exert any control over how we're feeling, how we're thinking, or even how we're behaving. You'll know that you're experiencing this if you have any physiological symptoms such as heart racing or dizziness, or maybe you have difficulty focusing or difficulty sleeping or heavy emotions and a hard time regulating those emotions. This is confirmation that you're at a dysregulated state. Instead of looking externally, we can look into our body because it is a self-healing system. The heart beats in order to pump blood. The lungs breathe air into our body so that we can breathe. Our muscles contract so that we can move our arms and our legs. And this is all taking place and controlled by our nervous system. Nervous system is a complex system, but it regulates every single thing that you do. And the more you can leverage the power of your body, the more you can integrate that mind and that emotion and that body connection to improve your overall health and well-being. So this is where the somatic and healing and self-regulating practices come into play, because the truth is stress and trauma and different experiences that we have tax our body. And instead of trying to fix it with all of these external ways, it is so important that we recognize that we can actually regulate our nervous system using some of the most simple yet profound tools. And so what I want to do is I want to share some of my all-time favorite strategies so that you in turn can build your somatic healing toolkit. The first strategy is movement. So there's a lot of research around moving your body and how it creates endorphins and natural highs and natural feel goods. So finding ways to incorporate movement into your day-to-day practice is life-changing. And it can be as simple as waking up and doing a small 15-minute YouTube yoga video. It could be simple as walking outside and just allowing sun to be on your skin and allowing yourself to move your body in that way. It doesn't have to be complex, but you do want to move your body. The next strategy is butterfly tapping. And I love butterfly tapping. I actually did another video on this. But essentially what you're doing is you're going to crisscross your hands across the center of your chest, interlock your thumbs, and tap in a rhythmic motion. And while tapping, you're just continuing to breathe. And research says that because of you crossing your hands across your chest, that you're actually allowing the two sides of your hemispheres of your brain to connect and to communicate. And this is calming and regulating just alone. So finding ways to incorporate this simple practice every single day can be life-changing. Another simple strategy that you could do anywhere, anytime is deep breathing. Research says that when you're breathing deeply, you're actually talking to the parasympathetic nervous system and reminding your body that you're safe. You're sending signals to your brain that everything is okay and that no emergency is happening. Visualization is another tool that you can leverage. So visualization is a tool that I absolutely love, but a lot of people downplay visualization because it feels childish or immature. But visualization is simple. If there's something that brings you peace, something that brings you happiness, it serves you to think about that and to reflect on it, to take a break from the right here and the right now. So maybe you went to a beautiful beach on vacation and you just want to take a break and bring yourself back to that moment and think about all of the sounds that you hear and all the feelings that you had and all of the sights that you see. And what this does is it gives your brain a break from the overwhelm, from the stress that it's taking on, And it allows you to just focus on that moment and to be mindful of that moment. And visualization could also be used whenever and wherever you are. And it's a great tool to add to your toolkit. Sleep is the next strategy. Sleep helps to remove abnormal proteins from your brain, which helps to improve your overall memory as well as your brain health. I read recently that you cannot bank sleep, you cannot catch up on sleep, you cannot make up your sleep, and so you have to sleep when you can. And so as adults, we on average need at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. So how can you prioritize sleep? The final strategy would be to do a digital detox. The truth is that we become overstimulated by all of the notifications and all of the expectations that come with our phone. So we feel like we have to check our email every 5 seconds. We feel like we have to respond to every social media notification. But taking a digital detox gives your brain a break from that. I read a book recently called Sabbath Keeping, and it was all about giving yourself a day to just relax, restore, and to do nothing. And so I decided to try it because I wanted to see how it would impact my productivity. And in turn, it actually helped me regulate my nervous system. So every single day, I aim for some downtime on my phone, whether that's right before I go to bed, which is amazing because that actually helps you to sleep better, or it could be in dead smack in the middle of the day where you're saying, okay, I'm not going to use or touch my phone for at least 2 hours. I also, in addition to that, opt to take a day off every single week where I'm intentional about not using electronics. And while I set the intention to focus on productivity with this goal originally, what it helped me to do is create a calm and regulated nervous system. And so I would challenge you to also consider how you can start to incorporate a digital detox that works for you. The truth is, we cannot rely on quick fixes like medication or things like that. We can't rely on one-off therapy sessions to regulate our nervous system. What we have to do is we have to, 1, understand how it works, 2, understand where our triggers are coming from, and 3, build our toolkit and to actually be able to access our toolkit regularly so that we make it a normal practice to keep our nervous system calm and regulated. So as you think about these tools that I shared with you here today, I want you to consider what is something that you would enjoy doing and something that you can commit to every day, because it's not in the one and done, right? It's in the constant commitment that you will notice the shift and the change with the way in which your body feels. Remember, your nervous system exists to help you live a sane, calm, healthy, and happy life. So we can't be afraid of it. We can't be overwhelmed by it. What we have to do is understand it and learn how to support it, because that is what your future self is going to thank you for. So what I'd love for you to share with me is, what is one simple somatic practice or tool that you are going to start incorporating today? Let me know below, and make sure you hit like and subscribe before you go. I'll see you next time.